might not be too foreign to you. Okay, property price will go up, delay, okay, because there's construction headwinds. So what is really happening is because of this COVID situation, it is very difficult to have workers coming into Singapore, and therefore this affect the construction business. So when their business is affected, in order to have more workers, they have to pay more salary to this construction worker. Therefore, moving forward, the construction cost for projects, okay, will be increasing. And if you can see, this core inflation actually went up 6 straight months, right? So therefore, a lot of people, because of inflation, now they are also investing into assets, right? Of course, real estate is not the only assets that you can invest into. Okay, some of you probably are holding some stock, some collectibles. Some of you probably are playing with some cryptocurrency, etc. Okay, but real estate is something, being Asian, a lot of people would like to put their money in. Why? Because they would love to hedge against inflation, right? And if you ask, based on my luxury property experience, there's a lot of people coming into Singapore because there's a lot of hot money. People just want to put money into real estate, and especially some people actually made some money through crypto, through stocks. Okay, this money they actually cash out and put into real estate. Okay, if you have seen this news in the earlier part of September, right, higher development charge, right? So higher development charge. So if you ask me, this is actually somehow or rather, okay, for who? Anybody can tell me. Cooling measure affects who? When you have got higher DC charge, right? So this, to me, is a cooling measures that impact developers. Why do I say that? Because moving forward, when they build something, okay, they probably have to pay a higher cost, and this higher cost will bring it back to who? To consumers. Okay, so with this, trust me, property price will continue to increase. Why? Because the only reason why they are developers is they have to build something to be in the business. Can you imagine developer, they have got no inventory, okay, then they will be out of business. Even though with higher cost, trust me, developer will continue to buy land, okay, because the next slide I'm going to show you, you can see that developer is inventory, okay, the number of units that they are holding that is available for sale is actually depleting. Therefore, you will see more en bloc, okay, from now till year end, or at least for the next 6 to 12 months. So if you compare the number of en bloc this year, okay, we have already surpassed back in 2020. Why is that so? If you have visited show flats, you realize that especially the mass market show flat, majority of the good units are all taken up. Okay, developers are like holding 5 to 15% balance inventory, right? So when they have got no more inventories in their pocket, they will go for more government land sales, whereby they will bid higher price, or they will go into this situation called en bloc. Okay, and what I'm trying to say here is always a supply and demand issue. Every few years, these things change. Okay, sometimes when the market is very hot, every developer also buy en bloc, then we have got an increase in supply, right? Then probably the price don't go up so fast. But now, after so many years, okay, since the last en bloc boom, okay, supply has actually dropped and demand actually increased. So when you see this thing happening, okay, this is not something new to consumers. Prices will continue to climb. Okay, this is just one of it. Okay, there are many factors why condominiums in Singapore, okay, prices and volume keep climbing. Okay, and this is also a new buying trend. Okay, when I first joined the business 15 years ago, people are very concerned about this thing called Hungry Ghost month, right? So they try not to visit show flat. They will not want to pen any paperwork to buy any property. Okay, some don't even want to move into their new house. Okay, but if you realize for the past few years, okay, for those who are active in real estate, right, you realize that this trend is no longer as serious as last time. Okay, why do I say that? Because the millennials, the younger buyers, actually probably because of more education, because they are more open, okay, they travel more frequently, okay, this form a new trend of buying behavior. So despite Hungry Ghost month, there's a lot of people coming into the market to buy property as well. So this is not really affecting, and I don't think it will affect moving forward. Okay, and newspaper article from Business Time on the 16th September also says that home within integrated developments retain its popularity, right? Of course, the very famous Pasir Ris 8 actually did very well, okay, just 2 months ago in July. Why would I think that integrated will continue to do well? Is because convenience and connectivity is the key consideration of every property investment, right? So every property investment you buy, preferably you bring convenience to yourself as a resident, or you bring convenience to your tenant. And how you travel, especially when you rent it out, most of your tenants, they will not want to drive. So connectivity, buses, MRT station must be at their doorstep when it comes to choosing a rental unit. Okay, and this is also what is happening, right? Ultra luxe property, the super high end, they are actually transacting at about $5,800 per square foot, $5,930 per square foot for Park Nova and Le Maison Nassim, okay, respectively. So there's a lot of people who are coming into the market, buying into all this ultra luxury market. Okay, one project that is very near to Canninghill Piers is Martin Modern. Martin Modern, just few days ago, we left with 10 units. One very good buyers, very smart buyer come in and buy the whole thing from developer, but one shot buy 10 units. Okay, so this is what is happening, right? So it is always important before you go into any investment in Singapore, we always want to look at this private residential property price index. In short, we call it the PPI. So you see, I plot this very clear supporting line whereby I show you support 1, support 2, 3, and 4, right? Of course, we have got different economy crises that actually dampen a little bit on the property price. So of course, we can plot this resistance line on top as well. Okay, so how many of you don't mind, okay, buying at this resistance line the circle that I draw? If you don't mind buying at all this resistance line can you just type yes inside? I see whether any champion want to type yes or not. Okay, so you see, not only I'm going to tell you that we are actually, if you look at the right side of the screen, we are actually at the start of recovery. We are very near to the supporting line. Of course, anything that goes up will come down, goes up will come down. This is how trend will look like, exactly like your stock market. Okay, there is a slight chance that prices will go down, but very unlikely. Okay, every time you look at this point, if I mark X here, every time when it touches the supporting line, the next thing it will happen is that property price will tend to go up. If you follow my trend, right? It goes up until ABSD come down. And I want to share with you about this part here. You look at the left-hand side of the chart, you can see this thing here that I actually highlighted. Can anybody tell me, okay, in the simplest way, what is this that you identify? What is this thing? What do you call this? Right. Okay, Ivan, you got it right. Okay, this is what I call bubble. Okay, probably some of you are in the real estate market even longer than I am. Okay, because back in the 90s, I'm in my secondary school. I don't probably know this thing is happening in Singapore. Okay, a lot of buyers back then, okay, they didn't know they are actually in a bubble. But when you see long term, okay, when I plot since 1990s to now 2021, you realize that this is very obvious a bubble. Okay, my question to you, okay, you just need to type yes or no inside the chat group, all right? Because all of you promised me to be very interactive, right? My question to all listeners, are we having any bubble now, right, in Singapore? Are we having any bubble now in Singapore? Can you just type yes or no? Okay, so because there's a lot of people think that price high means got bubble. No, it is not really true, because end day you still need statistics. You still need to plot your chart to determine is there really a bubble. Yes, there's a chance that prices will go down. Yes, but very unlikely. Okay, like majority of you, I totally agree with you. There is no bubble, okay, in Singapore real estate. So anyway, for every real estate investment, my suggestion to you will be the longer your investment horizon, you will then lower your investment risk. Okay, I repeat, the longer your investment horizon, your lower your investment risk. So if you can, don't buy property if you 100% must sell in 3 years time, 4 years time. No, there's no such thing, because I can't even predict 3-4 years later what's gonna happen, right? So you always have at least a 8 to 10 years time frame if you can. Okay, if you are lucky enough by on the 3rd year to the 5th year, if you have got an opportunity, you made enough money, you want to exit the market, then that's where you exit and buy something else. Okay, I'm going to share with you certain things like the GLS. Okay, we're going to do some calculation, very simple calculation to analyze how much are developers buying land and how much are they selling. That's why we have got this average margin if you look at your bottom right. Okay, so this is the GLS land price that developer bought into. Okay, if I put a double arrow here, because this is the break-even price, right? I also show you here the median price for the first half of 2021. You realize that, example, 𝒞𝒂𝓐 here residence. Can I show you 𝒞𝒂𝓐 here? Right, 𝒞𝒂𝓐 here bought at 1515. Okay, break-even is actually 2243. Right, developer actually have got a margin of 17%. How do we calculate this? So we need to measure how much developers are average launching, okay, in terms of profit, how much are they selling above what they buy. So if you look at the yellow box that I highlighted for you, so the average is actually 21.9% in core central region. Okay, if you are following me so far, okay, I will just continue to show you RCR property. So in short, it's the same chart that I'll show you. It's just that they are different projects. They buy at different price. Okay, this time the average is 21.8%. Right? Just now it's 21.9. Now it's 21.8, the average. Right? So if you move into the mass market developer tends to make a little bit more money. Right? So you see the average is now about 25%. Okay, this is somehow why, because we're going to analyze the future, okay, government land sales, potentially the developers, how much are they going to launch, because these upcoming projects, they are not in the market yet. Okay, so you can see the margin can hovers between 10% to 20%, right? So there's some new government land sales and en bloc coming up. So there's this Tengah Garden Walk. Okay, I just want to remind all of you, this is actually an EC, executive condo, right? The land price is 600 PSF per plot ratio. Estimated break even is about 1,000. Guys, recently we did one Park Greenwich EC as well by Fraser, done extremely well for EC. Somehow or rather, EC always sell very well. Okay, they are also selling like 1,000, 1,002 per square foot. Okay, so our prediction based on the margin call that we saw just now, potentially, okay, developers gonna increase like about 10% to 25% here. So therefore, 1,001 to 1,250 is the potential price of this EC moving forward in District 24. Okay, Lentor, this has been in the market, right? A lot of people talk about this, right? Because at Lentor, developer choose to buy at 1,002 per square foot per plot ratio, which makes Lentor break-even price coming to $2,000 per square foot, right next to Lentor MRT. Okay, and potentially developer is going to sell at 2001 at 2004. My question to all of you, how many of you agree actually Lentor is not very near to the city? It's not very near to the prime properties. Okay, and they are selling estimated about 2001 to 2004. Okay, next, 𝒂𝒑𝒻𝑘𝑖𝑟 Avenue 1. This is under OCR. Everybody know where's 𝒂𝒑𝒻𝑘𝑖𝑟, right? Okay, they bought at 1118 per square foot per plot ratio, break even about 1,007, potential launch price about 1,009 to 200 and $2,200 per square foot. All right, this is at 𝒂𝒑𝒻𝑘𝑖𝑟. Okay, Northumberland Road, okay, very near to Little India. They bought at 1,001, break even 1,007. Same thing, 1,009 to 2,002. Okay, Little India. Maxwell en bloc, okay, in core central region, right? The per square foot is slightly higher, 1,005, because this is core central region already. Potential break even, okay, this place is very near to Warwick, right? They have to sell about 2,005 to 2,008 per square foot, taking into consideration, right? I didn't add a premium to it because Warwick has been selling much higher. So in summary, you can see that these are the land price that developer bought into, and these are the potential selling price on the right hand side that developer, whether is it OCR, RCR, or even core central region, okay, this pricing somehow or rather, if they still wants to make that 10 to 20% profit, they have to sell within this price range. All right. Okay, I also did this chart to show you the price disparity between new launch and resale. You see, there's always an option for you to consider resale, but just let me show you the disparity. That means if you buy a resale in a particular district, okay, I have got all the district here, or you buy that new launch, what is the difference in price? Okay, the purple is the price disparity. So for example, if we talk about district 9, okay, right, district 9, if you buy a resale, the average is about $2,000, okay, 2,075. But if you go and buy a district 9 new launch, this will be about $2,600, okay. The disparity is 27.3%. all right, so it depending on what kind of property. Some of you come in because you just want to be empowered with more knowledge, probably your own property or some other property that you're looking at, okay, can give you some insights based on this chart. District 6, if you can see where Canninghill is, okay, there isn't a lot of resale home, but the available resale home is transacting at about $3,000, okay, for the first half of 2021, and we are filling up the void here, right? Okay, because we are going to be the only launch in District 6. All right, see the percentage is like 30 to 40%. If District 6 average is $3,000 per square foot, how much do you think should be the new launch? Okay, I'm going to share with you this household income, okay, that goes 3 times as compared to the property price index. Okay, how do we read this chart? You look at the purple in 2010, okay, when we plot an arrow, right, it goes up like 45%. Like it or not, for the past 10 over years, okay, the income of Singaporeans, right, they actually went up 45%. Is this a good news to everybody residing in Singapore? I would think yes, right? Even for the graduates, when they come into the society to work, somehow or rather, the entry income that they are receiving is much higher compared to 15 years ago when I come into the business. Okay, but the other thing that we are considering is actually this PPI, property price index. You realize that the growth so far, because of some cooling measures, is only 13%. Okay, property price index, and this is considering all the private property in Singapore. So there's a huge disparity. It's a 3 times difference. By right, income go up 45%. Okay, property price should go up as well, because when people can afford, usually they will spend some more money on property. Next thing I want to share with you is actually this Singapore luxury property, right? So we are comparing with the major city around the world. Okay, this is a report done by CBRE, a consultant real estate firm, right? Back in 2017. Take note, guys. Okay, this is back in 2017. Since then, our prime district prices has already went up, but it's okay. Let's look at 2017. Okay, you look at the per square foot in USD, it's about 1,463, right? This is US dollar. So probably if you times about 1.3, it gives you coming to $2,000 SGD, okay, per square foot, right? This is the average of our prime district, right? Whatever we term it, central region, probably these are the average. And if you look at like places like Hong Kong, sometimes my customer will share with me, actually, Singapore is moving towards the Hong Kong direction. Okay, they are actually like $3,100 over dollars. So if you put into context, it's probably $4,000 over dollars, okay, in Sing dollars. So they are like double of what Singapore is worth at the moment. Next thing, considering luxury property, because Canninghill is considered a luxury property. Okay, this is the very famous Mark at Patterson that hit record about $6,800 per square foot. Okay, just in case you do not know, this is the highest ever in Singapore, right? 6,800. Even the recent Park Nova and Le Maison more didn't break this record. Okay, this is by SC Global. Okay. Okay, vaccination is the key to resuming air travel. Okay, why do I say that? Because 80% of us are all vaccinated already, and this is the only way whereby we can open our borders, okay, to allow foreigners to come in. Why? By then, when foreigners come in, trust me, property price will continue to go up even faster. Okay, you see, imagine for the past 2 years, we don't have much foreigners coming in buying properties, yet property price went up. Okay. Means that there's a lot of liquidity in the market. Can you imagine later on when they open up the borders, which we definitely have to sooner or later, right? Property price, when foreigners come in, they will not go to your mass market and buy your mass market project for sure. I mean, if they can, they'll buy something nearer to Orchard Road, okay, the central region. So home prices will be very well supported, not only by the local Singaporeans, but also this thing called the foreign demands, the foreigners. Okay, so I want to remind every Singaporean or anybody who is listening to this webinar, okay, if you are residing in Singapore, whether you are PR or even foreigner, you do have a chance to take advantage of this opportunity now. Okay, and I want to share with you where foreigners normally they love to buy. Okay, this is all the statistics from 2020. First, I want to bring to your attention, you realize that they only buy RCR and CCR. Do you realize that it takes up like 80% of the foreigner purchase? Okay. And out of the core central region, you realize that 43% are Chinese. Okay. Then second and third will be by USA and Indonesia, Malaysian following behind. Right, sometimes I have got Malaysia friends, they find that, okay, putting money in Singapore, not only the property value will appreciate, it also help in currency. When they change back to ringgit, it's so much more worth it. Okay, that's why they choose to buy in Singapore. Okay, just a tip for everyone, just to remind you on this opportunity that Singaporeans, people in Singapore, okay, is enjoying. Okay, demand can be delayed, but demand cannot be destroyed, especially in a small island like Singapore. Okay, take note of this. Okay, for the benefit of some customers who have never heard of Canninghill Piers, I'm going to be very quick on this, share with you some project description. Right, take note, this is a project by CapitaLand and CDL, District 6, about 140,000 land size. 140,000 square feet. We have got 148 story and 124 story. Our road name, very, very nice. Okay, it's going to be Clarke, number 1 or number 5, depending on which block that you are buying. Coming to 700 units. Okay, we have got 2-story commercial podium. We have got service apartment. We have got Marriott, so on and so forth. 99 years starts from September 2021. TOP, I remind everybody, is 2026N. Okay. Okay, some perspective for you to take a look. All right. Okay, this is the view that you will get to enjoy, right? If you can see here, this is actually the Bugis City Hall area. That is the Marina Bay Sands. And a night view that oversees Clarke, and you can see this iconic Canninghill Piers coming up. Okay, far end, you can see Riverside Point. Okay, how many of you think that this facade is nice one? Can you just type yes inside the chat group? If you think this facade is nice, can you just type yes inside the chat group? Okay, from this perspective, you can see, okay, developer agent, if you're familiar with this show flat, right? This is where the perspective is looking at Canninghill Piers. All right, so first you take note, we have got this unblocked view of Fort Canning and also Singapore River. If you look further away, you can see Marina Bay, you can see CBD. Okay, and also at level 3, right, we have got Sky Gym, Infinity Pool, so on and so forth. Later, I'm going to show you some perspective. Take note, we're going to have this almost 2,000 square feet of clubhouse, okay, at level 45. Just to give you some perspective, how high is Canninghill Piers? Because Canninghill Piers is about 180 meters. So you can see everybody should be familiar, or probably some of you have visited, okay, the infinity pool at MBS is about 194 meters. MBFC about 192, Doer about 185, and Suntec City just 1 meter away is about 181. So I want to remind you, if you're not familiar with Clarke Quay, right, there isn't much high rise at that location. So Canninghill Piers will be very iconic. It's going to be the skyscraper in Clarke Quay area. Integrated project, okay, like what I mentioned, there will be a shopping mall. The shopping mall will be Canninghill Square, and it will be managed by CapitaLand. Okay, Moxy Hotel will be there, and Somerset Service Residence. Some consultant details: Bragg Angels Group, BIG in short. DP Architect is the local architect. Landscape will be Rambo Studio. Asylum Creative will be the ID for Canninghill Piers. Okay, this Canninghill Piers is actually inspired, okay, the naming rationale is inspired definitely by Fort Canning Hill and Singapore River. Canninghill Piers, okay, did I read it correctly? Canninghill Piers. That's the Chinese name. Okay, so there's a lot of convenience and amenities around Clarke Quay area, so you guys should be very familiar. Just 7 minutes drive to Orchard, 5 minutes drive to CBD. Okay, here comes my reason number one. Okay, many of you would have agreed location is one of the things, okay, when you choose a property. And also because of this location, trust me, when foreigners were to come back to Singapore, this will probably be one location that they will consider, right? So like many other countries, okay, there are many good properties along this famous river around the world. Like in Germany, there will be this Spree River, okay, 𝒞𝒄 River in Shanghai. In Russia, you have got this 𝒫𝒾𝑒𝓐 River. Thames River is very famous, right? London, and of course, Hudson River. Everybody who visited New York, you will definitely go, you will definitely see Hudson River, right? So in Singapore, in this small little island, okay, if you are Singaporean, if you are very proud of Singapore and you love Singapore, you like Singapore River, can you just type 1 inside? Okay, type 1 inside the chat group. Okay, so we are going to have something spectacular in Singapore River. Okay, this is government's plan. We got this from URA. So what they are trying to do is they're going to connect Botanical Garden, which is on your top left, to Istana, right? There's an Istana Park here, right? Then also link to beside Canninghill Piers, Fort Canning Park, and therefore leads to Perth Hill City, right? They're going to combine this shopping belt, okay, through Tanglin, Orchard, Somerset, Dhoby Ghaut, and link here to here. Okay, just a little fun fact at the bottom. Okay, when you are very near to park, greeneries, and water, somehow or rather it will reduce the temperature by 1 to 3 degrees Celsius. So we are expecting this part of Canninghill Piers to be lower in temperature, much more cooling. Okay, if you visited URA Master Plan 2019, you can see that this is actually a commercial and residential site, okay, that we are having here. Singapore River, and in the prime location, it's very difficult to find this big piece of greenery, okay, that you get to enjoy as a resident or as a tenant. All right, so this tells you how fast can you get to different places through different major expressway. Okay, so CT is just very near to us. CTE potentially will lead you to AYE, which is here. Okay, and of course, you will have MCE, and probably down the road, you can link to KPE. Right, Fort Canning is also another selling point for this location. Okay, our project is right beside this very beautiful. Have visited Fort Canning Park. Many of them goes there for their daily run. Okay, and this is how it looks like. If you like bakery, you can probably visit 𝒞𝒏𝑅𝑢 Bakery. There's this big lawn, big sitting area. A lot of people bring their mat, okay, and enjoy breakfast there. Children, parents with children, there's very beautiful slide, okay, that they can get to enjoy. So probably for those who are younger, do you recognize where is this place? No, right? Okay, can somebody enlighten the participant? What is this place that you see? Okay, for some of you who are not familiar, this is actually the Old National Theatre. So there's very much a historical site at Canninghill Park, right? Including this, right? This is the aquarium. Can you believe Fort Canning area actually have got this aquarium, right? Van Cleef Aquarium. All right, just two more. Can you also believe Fort Canning Park used to have a swimming pool? That's where the current Tiong Bahru Bakery is. Okay, so if you have never visited Fort Canning Park, probably this is one time that you should go there. I have never, when I was young, my parents never bring me there before. Okay, maybe it's no longer available. Okay, the battle box. And also, river taxi is what you will get to enjoy being a resident at Fort Canning. This river taxi allows you, okay, to travel all the way to Marina Bay Sands, right? So when your colleague asks you how do you come to work, you can tell them you took a boat, you took a river taxi to work. 你坐船去做工的, right? And not only you have got river taxi as part of the connectivity, you are actually supported by 2 MRT stations, one Fort Canning, right, which is directly below us, and a few minutes walk you will reach Clarke Quay. Okay, they are like Northeast Line and Downtown Line. So if you look at this map, Canninghill Piers is able to bring you to different parts of Singapore, no matter whether you're visiting your parents or is it to work, right? Why do I say that? Because from Clarke Quay, you realize one stop you'll reach Dhoby Ghaut, you'll reach Chinatown, and you will have this interchange that you can change to different line. Okay, 2 stop, you will reach Outram Park, Little India, then Harbourfront and Serangoon respectively through the Northeast Line. And if you go directly down, okay, there will be a basement link. Later I'll show you one photo. Okay, Downtown Line potentially same, they'll bring you to Chinatown as an interchange. 2 stop, you'll bring you to Telok Ayer and Downtown Line, okay, where MBFC is, okay, Bayfront, Promenade, Bugis, so on and so forth. So there's so many interchange along this line that can bring you to different parts of Singapore. Okay, this is the photo. If you have gone to Fort Canning MRT station, it looks something like that now. Okay, based on our own orientation, probably this will be the basement pedestrian link. Okay, and I think this is the only way they can link MRT to Canninghill Piers. Imagine taking a lift down, right, from 48 story all the way to basement, and you will can your friends or yourself, you can go somewhere else via MRT. Okay, second reason why you should consider, because we actually have got unrivaled views of the project. Okay, you can't find anywhere else, okay, except. So if you go high enough, you will definitely see MBS, okay, and that's where most of the fireworks will happen, right? Another perspective, okay, this is probably another building called the Central that is nearest to us but not so near, right? MBS is here. Okay, and City Hall Bugis is actually here. I got more perspective to show you because this reason number 2 is all about view. So I have break them down into A, B, C, D. So I'll just go through one by one. If you are buying the tall tower, 48 story, your potential view, okay, view A will be towards River Valley facing Orchard, right? And this is Robertson Quay area. If you are buying view B, of course, you will get to enjoy this Singapore River view, depending on where you are looking. And if you go high enough, you can actually see Greater Southern Waterfront. And C is also another preferred view, right? Whereby you see greeneries, right? How many of you love greeneries one? And of course, if you go for view D, right, which is here, you will see MBS. right? So we have a different view for different customers. So that's why this view is really unrivaled. Okay, I like to remind everybody regarding this greenery view in the city. When I sell so many luxury property, it's very difficult to see the green. Usually we face another building or we face the road. All right, so this is from street directory map. You can see we either face Orchard, MBS, or Sentosa CBD. Okay, greenery view or Singapore River view, you decide which one you prefer. Let your agent know. Okay, just share this thing that I saw online. Okay, probably I'll just say in Chinese first. 门前有流水，门后有靠山. So there's always a saying that you need a backing behind the house so that, okay, this house will bring you more wealth and more health, right? So in terms for, because I'm not a feng shui person, but somehow it can relate, okay, to me, right? So every time when you have got a flowing water and you have a backing behind your house, it is deemed to be a good property. And I actually took this from the Google Earth. You realize that Canninghill Piers is somewhere here, right? Canninghill Piers. You realize we don't have a lot of high rise surrounding us. Okay, we can look very, very far away. If you look, okay, towards this direction, you see this orangey rooftop, which is all the very expensive shop houses here. All right. Okay, the greenery view, and from here you can see how big the greenery view is. Okay, Fort Canning Park. Okay, if you love water, you will probably love this Singapore River view. Okay, and this is Robertson Quay, right? And this is the view that you will get to enjoy. Okay, of course, many people will love this Marina Bay Sands view because no matter which property we are selling as a salesperson, okay, people always like to relate and take reference to Marina Bay. Okay, they will say, wow, this place have got fireworks. Yes, agree. If you go high enough, this Marina Bay will definitely bring you, okay, fireworks and MBS view. And if you tilt a little bit to your right, you will see CBD, right? Can you see CBD here? Or if you wait long enough, probably in a few years' time, you will see Greater Southern Waterfront or Sentosa. Okay, Brani Island is there as well. Okay, so much so about the view. The next thing when you invest in a luxury property is always about the architect, right? We are very pleased to have this renowned architect, okay, Break Angels. Okay, he founded this BIG group, right, from Denmark. Then they move on to New York, London, then to Spain, then recently to China, Shenzhen, right? So they are not only in a single country now that they have ventured into Singapore. So if you can look at their masterpiece, they are typically very iconic in shape, right? Do you realize that? Okay, something that when you drive past, when you walk past, you will definitely pay attention to. This is exactly what's going to happen to Canninghill. Okay, they actually got made their name because of this project and this project back in Denmark and New York respectively. All right, the 8 house, can you see the figure of 8 and the Via 57 West in New York? Just in case you didn't notice, one of the photo is actually the top left corner. This is a Singapore photo, right? Anybody know where is Capital Spring? Okay, Capital Spring is going to obtain TOP. It has been under construction for the past few years. Right, let me just share with you a little bit more before I talk about Capital Spring. Okay, so further iconic buildings by Break Angels Group, BIG. And I think I love this Lego house, right, in Denmark. Okay, they somehow or rather come up with this Lego house, so interesting. Same thing, I want to come back to Capital Spring. For those who are always going to CBD, okay, if you remember, we always park our car at Golden Shoe car park few years back. Okay, that's probably the cheapest parking that you can find in CBD. Today, you go there, no longer there. They are all under construction because they redeveloped this place and now it is named Capital Spring. Right, so if you drive along this area, right, this is how it will look like. So you realize the design concept, okay, is very similar okay, compared to whatever BIG has ever designed before. There's always this draping effect. Can you see this draping effect in their building? So facade inspiration, right? They always design differently. Okay, for this BIG group, they actually take inspiration from fabric. Okay, this gridded fabric that brings out a lot of horizontal and vertical element and languages that somehow tries to cover the service facade in Canninghill Piers, like your balcony and like your aircon ledges. So they're trying to use this facade inspiration, okay, to seamlessly, okay, integrate into the project, right? So they're trying to introduce this draping effect that I mentioned just now into different parts of Canninghill Piers. Whether is it from the river side you look at it, or whether is it the bridge that you are looking at it, or even at the sky bridge, okay, there's element of this draping effect. So later when I go on and show you more different perspective, you realize that there's these green views that potentially give you an unblocked view, okay, from different part of the project. Right, so a very welcoming kind of facade when you look at it from level 1. And this is from the commercial podium. And if you look up, this is where the sky bridge is. All right. Okay, more facade to artist impression to show you. Can you see you don't really notice your balcony and aircon ledges, right? So they very cleverly hide all these things away, okay, so that everybody looks very uniform, okay, and because facade is very important to protect your capital appreciation. So from the public's point of view, right, this draping effect that you see here forms a very welcoming effect to welcome you into the commercial podium. Right? Reason number 4, amazing facilities and space. Okay, if you are familiar, this place that I highlight here, right, it will now become the promenade area, the pedestrian walking area. Currently, if you go to Clarke Quay, this is actually the road, right? So they're going to block off this road and make into pedestrian. So from the commercial podium, you can potentially walk out to Singapore River. Level 1, this is how it's going to look like. Level 2, the commercial element that links you from different shops. Level 3, okay, this level is only for residents, right? Take note, level 3 is only for residents, and you can see they even have got a jogging track here at level 3, and this is how it looks like. Level 24, where the sky bridge is, this is the sky bridge that links block 1 to block 5. Okay, they call it the Canninghill Club, right? So there's this infinity lounge pool that looks something like that. Okay, from here you can take very nice photo and you can see MBS and the CBD itself. Also at level 24, they have got this Sky Gourmet, very luxurious kind of feel whereby when COVID gets better, probably you can do some hosting, okay, at this Sky Gourmet. At level 24, you have got this infinity lap pool, very nice, okay. When somebody is doing their gym on the treadmill, they can see you swim also. Flexi Lounge at level 24, okay, this is where the residential host will be as well to entertain and help you if you need any assistance. And because of working from home, right, now developer starts to introduce these flexi pods. Okay, if you are doing your Zoom meeting like what I'm doing now, probably next time if you are owner, you can rent or you can go into these flexi pods and do your webinar. Okay, after a whole day of hard work, okay, you can go into this meditation room, right? They put in massage chair for you to relax after a day of hard work. Okay, we are moving higher now. At level 45, we got this Canninghill Sky, right? That looks something like that. Remember this one, almost 2,000 square feet, 1,900 square feet of space that you can potentially book them and do your anniversary celebration, birthday celebration at this Sky Club. And I think being an owner of Canninghill Piers, like, you must somehow or rather bring your friend up here at level 45. No matter which level you buy, you just bring your friend up to level 45 to enjoy the view. Okay, and trust me, your friends, your relatives, your parents will be very proud of you. Okay, I do have some layouts to show you, because if you compare Canninghill Piers with the rest of the project, I must say they actually put in a lot of effort, okay, CDL and CapitaLand, to come out with this very ideal layout that gives you very affordable quantum as well. Okay, guys, take a look at this unit mix, right? Probably I just want to emphasize, okay, the intention of developer or even the architect is to make sure more people can get to enjoy Canninghill Piers. Therefore, you realize 1 bedroom, 1 plus study, okay, holds up like coming to 14 plus the 2%, okay, plus the 2 bedroom, you add everything together, okay, total it gives you about 75% 1 and 2 bedroom. Can you see that? So with these sizes, okay, we are inviting home owners, okay, because household size are getting smaller, okay, and investors can get to enjoy very palatable quantum in Canninghill Piers. Of course, if you are buying for own stay, we do have choice unit from 3 to 4 and even 5 bedrooms at Canninghill, right? We also have got this very exclusive Sky Suite, 4 units only, and 1 super penthouse that goes up to almost 9,000 square feet. Okay, so if you want all these details, probably you can contact your ERA salespeople. When we have got the floor plans ready, we will send it to them as soon as possible. Okay, I'm going to share very quickly about this 1 bedroom study. Okay, all these floor plans that I'm going to show you, I got 4 only, are the show flat, okay, units that you will be viewing very, very soon. Okay, once you come in, you will get to see this study area, right? So a lot of work from home, having a study space for 1 bedroom now becomes very, very important. Okay, and being CDL, they trust me, they were going to give you this pull-out table, okay, at this open concept kitchen, your master that can fit at least a queen size bed, and also your balcony. 2 bedroom plus study, right? This is the entrance that you walk in, open concept kitchen. It comes with a study area here as well, right? So this is something that is very favorable to a lot of investors, because this is what we call the dumbbell layout. Okay, on the left you have got bedroom number 2, on the right you have got your master. Okay, so it is good when you rent it out to 2 different colleagues from the same company, right? They want their own privacy. Bedroom 2 will use the common bath, master will use the master bath. Okay, and also you realize that master, okay, has got this sliding door that you can go out to your balcony. So very functional. You don't see a lot of wasted space at all, right? This is the 3 bedroom premium, very, very good size. Trust me, a lot of people in this location with this kind of size, they do make a lot of money. Okay, I bring you one example. Recently, Martin Modern, there's somebody who buy the 3 bedroom premium, about 1,004 square feet. They made almost $1 million in 4 years time. Okay, so if you're looking for own stay, this is one layout that you can consider. 3 bedroom premium. It comes with a private lift, right? Once you come out, you will face your dining and living. Okay, if you turn to your right, you will have got this very comfortable, in fact, I would say a very big size enclosed kitchen. Okay, and your helper's room or storeroom will be tucked at one corner, right? And also your service door to your service lift. Okay, and all the 3 bedroom are giving you full privacy. Your bedroom 2, bedroom 3, and your master is all at one side of the house. Meaning to say, every time when you have got some events at home, okay, when your friends are in the living room, your children or your spouses in the bedroom will not be affected. Okay, not forgetting you have got very nice balcony space to enjoy the views outside. By this kind of location, you must go for the view lah. I mean, if you ask me, it's either you face the greenery right? Or you face the water, or you face Marina Bay. These are really, really ideal view that it is very tough to find in the central region. Last but not least, this is the biggest layout inside the show flat. Okay, we call it a 4-bedroom premium, 1,755 square feet. Okay, with this size 4-bedroom, definitely must have a private lift. All right, so if you look at this, they tuck 3 bedrooms to the right hand side, and they give you a junior master. Okay, when you turn left will also bring you to your dry kitchen, your showcase kitchen, which is here, right? Whatever nice wine, okay, hardware that you have, probably you can display here. For the heavy cooking, then you will go inside the wet kitchen, or that also leads to your yard area. Okay, to your right hand side, okay, once you come out from this private lift, you realize dining is on the right. Okay, immediately you have views when you come out from your private lift. This is what you are supposed to enjoy when you come back home. Okay, bedroom 4, bedroom 3, very comparable size. Okay, very comfortable master. In fact, I would say it is considered extremely big. Okay, L-shaped wardrobe here. You have got a long bath, right? And you can see these aircon ledges are all tucked at one side, okay, behind the bathroom, which is very smart as an architect. It doesn't concern our residents here. Okay, very branded fittings brand. Okay, Lufen, Tag, Jessie by Italy, right? The dietrich Millet will be provided in Canninghill Piers. Residential services, okay, they call themselves residential host. Okay, for CDL, they pride their residential host better than the concierge services that you are getting in any other development. All right, so these are some of the services that they provide, some welcome and assistance, especially you do a lot of events. When you are living there, they provide you this very good experience like the pool and gym tower services, etc. Okay, services request, you can book hotel, restaurant, do laundry, housekeeping, etc. Okay, even your pets grooming, you can do that. Okay, since we are talking about developer, this is the reason number 6 why you should consider Canninghill Piers. Because not only we have got one, but in fact we have got 2 reputable developers in Singapore. How many of you have not heard of CDL and CapitaLand? Right? If you are staying in Singapore, if you have attended webinar, I think somehow or rather you have visited their show flat before. Okay, so CapitaLand first, they have got more than 1,000 property in 250 cities in 38 countries. Super reputable, right? So these are some of the project. Probably you have seen the show flat itself. Now they are still selling 1 per bank. Recently, Sengkang Grand, okay, also did very well. Integrated project as well, right? Iconic project, Sky Habitat in Bishan, in District 10, D'Leedon. Mixed development that links you to Paragon. We have got Canninghill 9. Another integrated project done by CapitaLand will be in the mass market area called Badou Residence, whereby if you remember a few years ago, people queue up just to buy out this integrated project. Okay, of course, I believe you visited Orchard Ion. Okay, and if you love Orchard Ion, can you just type yes? Okay, give me a break. Let me drink something. All right. Thank you, thank you. So a lot of people love to visit Orchard Ion. That's another integrated project that is very comparable to Canninghill Piers. Next, I want to bring your attention to CDL, okay? A big boy developer in Singapore as well. So these are some of our projects. When you drive past Orchard Road, somehow or rather you will not miss them, okay? Like New Futura, Novel 18, Gramercy Park at Grange, St. Regis, okay, very near to St. Regis Hotel, Tribeca along Kim Seng Road, and of course Sentosa, you have got Badou Residences. So I want to reiterate that this developer, they are famous, okay, they are not new in doing luxury property. So you can rest assured when you collect your keys at Canninghill Piers, okay, they will give you good living space and good quality stuff. Okay, Dhoby Ghaut, we have got House on Handy recently. Okay, this is fully sold ultra luxury property at South Beach Residence, right? Fully sold, right? No more already. A lot of high net worth buyers come into buying South Beach Residences. Okay, Orchard Boulevard, we have got this Boulevard 88, right? Mixed development as well. So they are the masterpiece of developer CDL. And also, I want to bring your attention to this place called Clarke, right? So somehow or rather, being a proud Singaporean myself, every time when I've got foreign friends coming to Singapore, visit me, I will never stop myself from bringing them to Clarke. I will always want to show off this place, Clarke. Why? Because we can wine and dine, we can bring them to eat 𝐻𝐷𝐷𝐿, etc. Okay, then sit by Singapore River, enjoy this very colorful Clarke at night. Okay, if you can see my background here, the one that I draw, this is the former Liang Court. Right? If you go to Clarke now, you realize that these F&B are all available. Okay, entertainment as well. The previous Zouk at 𝒾𝓃𝓃𝓃𝓃 has already moved over to Clarke area. Probably when they reopen, you can bring your friends to this 20 over years old, okay, very music-driven entertainment institute. Okay, in Singapore and in fact worldwide, everybody knows Zouk. Okay, in terms of shopping center, malls operator, okay, have you all visited CapitaMall shopping center before, like Badou Mall, Bugis Junction, right? If you are staying in the west, Bukit Panjang Plaza, okay, in the east you get Jewel, you have got Orchard Ion, right? So on and so forth. Okay, how many of you agree with me? Actually, if you are in Singapore long enough, you realize that CapitaMall is the best operator in terms of shopping center. If you agree with me, just type 1 inside, right? There's no other operator that operates the way like CapitaMall. Yeah, and I felt being in Canninghill Piers, below you have got this shopping mall called Canninghill Square. It is important who operates, because certain developer, when they run malls, right, they make the whole mall like a food court like that. Every level also got food, right? So I think CapitaLand is always very smart in designing where they put the escalator, where they put the different kind of shops, right? They actually do a lot of qualification of tenants before they put into CapitaMall. And I speak to some of my retail friends who run retail outlets. It's not easy to get into the names of CapitaMall, and they expect a lot of deposits, okay, when you want to rent something from CapitaLand, right? Which makes it very good. Okay, so CapitaMall, I must say, it is the #1 operator for shopping mall in Singapore. Okay, reason number 7. You must take note. This is one of the reasons why you should consider, okay, buying Canninghill Piers, because this is a integrated development. So what is so important about being integrated? So to be call yourself an integrated development, you must first have got this mixed use, right? Plus either bus interchange or, more importantly, MRT station. So mixed use consists of your service apartment, consists of your commercial podium, your residential unit, right? So you integrate all these together. So these are some examples. So if you look at the top left, we have got Midtown Modern in Bugis area, which also done very well. Later I'll touch on a little bit. Okay, Eden at District 6 as well, $3,000 over per square foot, right? South Beach Residences, just now I told you, it's fully sold. Okay, also $3,000 over per square foot. In the west, we got Centuries, right? Hillian. In the central, a little bit central, we have got RCR, we have got Poise. In the north, we have North Park, right? These are some example of integrated development. So nearer to us, probably we have got Warwick, Orchard, Marina One, right? And Dual. Okay, just in case you do not know, there's a limited number of homes in integrated development. All in all, in Singapore, there's only 2.4% out of 100% of the total housing stock that they can call themselves integrated development, right? This is even better than freehold. Even more difficult to find integrated homes, right, than freehold property. Okay, so there's reason why people love integrated, staying in integrated development, because it improves, okay, transport connection, it boosts commuting convenience, and increase vibrancy, demand, and also increase property prices. Right, now I touch on a little bit about the investment upside about integrated project, and also some integrated case studies that I want to bring to your attention. As per today, we do not have any price indication from CapitaLand or CDL, right? So we only can guess at this point in time. But I want to bring to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still listening to me and you are still not too bored, I didn't bore you too much, okay? Probably you can sit up a little bit, because this is really, really important. If you remember this project called Midtown Modern, right? When they launched, okay, over the first weekend, they actually managed to sell 60%. And where is this place? This place is actually at Bugis, right? Bugis don't have your Fort Canning Hill, don't have a park, don't have a greenery. That's why the theme inside the project is botanical, right? Botanical garden, right? On top of that, they don't have a river. They don't face the water. They don't have this thing called Singapore River. So far, as per I last checked in September, now they are like 70% sold already, left with 30%. So is this good or no good being a prime location? I think yes, they have done extremely well for a project. Why I want you to take reference from this project is because, okay, they are also integrated, just that they don't have nice view like us, yet they are selling at this kind of pricing. If you can see clearly the per square foot, okay, let's talk about the entry price. Their smallest unit, 409 square feet. Okay, they can go as high as about 1.4 million transacted. These are sold unit. Even if you don't consider 1.4 million, you realize a majority of them here, right? They are all selling at about 1.3x million. Okay, guys, if buyers are receptive over the first weekend, they can buy such a pricing, okay, without Fort Canning Park, without Singapore River. What do you expect when CDL and CapitaLand, when they were to launch Canninghill Piers? How much do you think, if you are the developer, you will want to launch? Okay, think about it, think about it. And I also want to bring to your attention certain pricing. All right, so Midtown Modern is the first project that I want to show you. Maybe it is too small. Let me just bring up a little bit. You realize that, okay, sorry, you realize that they, okay, can you see this? These are available units starting from, right? If you want to go and buy Midtown Modern now, they are already starting from 1.456 million. All right, this is in Bugis. The M here is also at Bugis. Midtown Bay is also at Bugis. You realize the M is also selling at 1.42, right? Midtown Bay about 1.4 million. Okay, and why I bring 𝒪𝑅 Mansion into comparison is also because this is by the same developer, 𝒞𝒂land, that builds Midtown Modern and Midtown Bay. So you can see prices are about 1.4 over million in Bugis, where it's all facing one another. You face Dual, you face different Midtown Modern project. The other comparisons that we can bring to your attention will be Marina One. Marina One starts from about 1.3 million, 1.63 million entry price, and District 6, right, Eden, is selling starting from 11.6 million, but that is a 4-bedroom ultra luxury property in the same district like Canninghill Piers. Wallet Residence, they do have 1-bedroom, they are all fully sold. Now their 2-bedroom all starts from 3.55 million, and they are also a luxury integrated project. So I just want to give you a ballpark figure if you are considering Canninghill Piers. How much are our competitors selling now? Okay, do you have a price advantage when you buy during the first day of launch, right? Looking at the prices that I show you just now, which is here 1.4 million thereabout, you come into integrated project, they are selling like 1.6 million entry price, Okay, 𝒞𝒂𝓃 to 3.55. Okay, even at the Reef, now they are starting from 2-bedroom. 1-bedroom is all taken. It's 2 over million in capital area. All right. Next, this is the nearest to us that probably requires more of your attention, right? If you are going to see Canning here, you will definitely want to see 𝒂𝒑𝑤ell as well, because same developer CDL. And now their 1-bedroom plus study starts from 1.41 million, right? Great World MRT station. Okay, Avinia freehold, they are selling at 1.5 million up already. Okay, Riviere at District 3, mid-floor about 18-19 story, they are selling at about 1.67 million now. So why am I showing you all these prices? Is because people are buying into all these units, okay, up to the price that I show you in red color, right? So if we have got 400, slightly above 400 square feet in Canninghill Piers, right? If you times slightly above 3,000, it will probably give you about 1.3 million. If people can sell 1.5 million, 1.67 million in District 3, wouldn't your Canninghill Piers 1.4 million has got an advantage when you have got Singapore River and you have got this unblocked Fort Canning view? Okay, District 3, 1 per bank also starts from 1.38 million now. So these are all the entry price, okay, when we are talking about neighboring project. So we further go into details. Okay, we take reference point from Canninghill Piers within 2.5 kilometer. How much are the prices transacting? Okay, so there's a lot of numbers here. What you need to see is the project name and the average price in white color. Okay, you have got New Futura, right? $3,000 over per square foot. Gramercy Park 3,001, right? Ritz-Carlton, Integrated Orchard Residence, Avinia, right? 3,001. Okay, Boulevard 88, Midtown Modern, right? South Beach recently fully sold. 𝒞𝒂𝓃 3,004 average. Okay, if you really want to compare Canning here, you can only, to me, there's only 3 projects that you should compare Canninghill Piers with. One is South Beach, which is fully sold, like I told you. Second is Orchard Residence. Third is 𝒞𝒂𝓃. Right? All of us are all high-rise, very iconic project. So if you look at these 3 projects, you realize they got very healthy transaction, right? Of course, Orchard Ion being the oldest. And if you look at the average per square foot, is about 3,340 per square foot for 𝒞𝒂𝓃, South Beach, and Orchard Residences. Okay, in terms of rental, you realize that for integrated project, okay, such as 𝒞𝒂𝓃, South Beach, and Orchard Residences, they also command a premium for rental. So not only capital appreciation you can protect, you also can protect your rentability and rental yield. So it's about $7.50 for rental if you plan to rent it out. So I also take reference from Canninghill Piers within 500 meters. These will probably be your competitors next time when you receive keys. But don't worry, all of them have to walk to Fort Canning MRT station, whereby you just take a lift down to basement. Right? On the high side, they can go as high as $13 to $12 or even $9 per square foot. Okay, on the average, I want you to take reference. Okay, just within 500 meters walk to us, they must walk to us. You can now command about $6 to $7. Imagine they are not even near to MRT station, and moreover, they are not even integrated. So how much can we rent for Canninghill Piers? I do expect a higher rental for Canninghill Piers. Number of transactions very healthy. Okay, trust me, when we TOP, all these tenants will now move to the one that is nearest to Fort Canning MRT station, because tenants are like that. They don't care about landlord. They care about, okay, which one brings them more convenient, which one brings them more connectivity. Imagine they just come down, they can just buy something, grab some food and go up, right? They can get to enjoy different view of Canninghill Piers. So in any case, take note, 500 meters at the moment, current market situation, okay, for the past 2 years is about $5 per square foot. right? So some of the consumers, you might be buying different kind of layout, 1, 2, or 3 bedroom, or even 4, 5 bedroom. Okay, I just want to show you the average per square foot for 1 bedroom is about $5.30, right? $5.10 for the 2 bedroom. Okay, 3 bedroom, most of them buy for own stay. If you want to rent it out, it's about $4.45, then $4.28. Okay, somewhere there. Okay, I'm coming to the end. I just want to share with you my little bit of experience when people buy property. Why? Because today, when you commit into Canninghill Piers, you must already understand who will be your next potential buyer who will potentially buy from you, maybe upon TOP or a few years down the road from TOP. So after so many years, I just voice down to just 5 things when people buy luxury property. These are their 5 key considerations. First, right? Number 1, okay, this property that you buy, it must be a home where character counts. You cannot look like any other condominium, right? Therefore, everybody will prefer iconic project. When you drive past, okay, you must be recognizable, okay? Taxi uncle, Grab uncle, they probably will know where you stay. When you tell them you stay at Clarke, they know, oh, Canninghill Piers, right? You must look different from the rest. So this is one consideration. Second is a status aspiration and also investment value. Guys, somehow or rather, this branding in the luxury market plays a very important part, right? The longer you hold, okay, somehow or rather, it will help you, okay? The higher land price, the higher construction cost will also increase your investment value. And think about it, there's always reason people will find to make themselves stay in this location called Clarke, right? It's a prime location. Where do you stay? I stay in Clarke, and everybody will know about it. And very important, okay, and this is more obvious in this part of Singapore, okay, the prime location. Everybody is looking for a better neighbor, okay, better profile of residents in every apartment or condominium that you are staying, right? Okay, because your network is your net worth. This is what everybody know. So if your neighbor is somebody, okay, who is also doing well in life, somehow or rather, it will help you help your children. Okay, so there's a lot of people who definitely wants to come into such better address. Design attribute, okay, so it is already very iconic. Not only it is iconic, it is tall enough, it is prominent enough. You have got hotel, you have got service apartment, you have got level 45 whereby you can bring your friends, okay, to invite them to this function room whereby you oversee Marina Bay Sands, right? Okay, location. I repeated so many times, okay, about being in Clarke, right? This is a very unique part of Singapore that don't really look like Singapore to me. You realize you have got offices here, you have got a low-rise hotel, you have got this place called Clarke, you have got Fort Canning area whereby you can do your daily morning run and evening run. You have got Singapore River, and this part of Singapore River is not the Robertson Quay kind of river, right? If you have been to this place, if you have visited Odd Bridge, you realize that it is broader part of Singapore River compared to the Robertson Quay side. Okay, and if you go high enough, not only you can see Bugis City Hall, you can definitely see Marina Bay Sands, CBD, Greater Southern Waterfront. Okay, what I would like to share is also nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. So far, so good in 2021. Every project has been done very well. The earlier you come in is always beneficial. It's always about not timing the market, but asking yourself, how much time are you in the market? Okay, so there's always good opportunity in every market situation. Nothing is more expensive if you miss an opportunity. Okay, if you are not hearing from me for the past 1.5 hours, probably for the next 2 minutes, okay, let me do my summary before I go into the Q&A, right? So future launches, just now from the articles, you realize because of construction costs, etc. Okay, higher DC, higher GLS, it will be higher price. Okay, Singapore luxury property, okay, like Canninghill Piers, considered very affordable. Opportunity as foreigners are not here yet. Guys, always remember, don't take this for granted. Okay, because like it or not, sooner or later, Singapore government have to allow foreigners to come in. Right? A lot of important people, big businesses, tech company, they are already in Singapore. Right? That's why you realize there's a lot of good class bungalow transaction. There's a lot of penthouses transaction recently in 2021. Okay, so one day when the border restriction is lifted, foreigners will now come in. Prime location, Clarke Quay, very rare. Okay, that developer also felt it is a good time to redevelop Liang Court. All right, so you don't have other GLS land here in this location. Unrivaled view because you have got Fort Canning, you have got Orchard View, you have got Singapore River View, you have got Marina Bay View. In fact, it's more than dual frontage. Renowned architect Brad Angels Group from Denmark, okay, that does a lot of international project. Amazing facilities. Just now, there's so many perspectives that I show you. Okay, don't worry. All these perspective, all my ERA salespeople, they do have it, right? They will get them to send you the perspective so that you can have a better look. It will look exactly like the artist impression. And a lot of space is given to residents and also people coming to Canninghill Square. Ideal layout, affordable quantum. Talking about layout, okay, they are all very functional. Okay, there isn't a lot of wasted space, no bay window, right? That makes you pay additional money, additional per square foot, right? Very palatable, affordable quantum, so that everybody in Singapore, if you are thinking about buying a home or coming into investing, okay, you can definitely think about Canninghill Piers. Reputable developers, guys, usually we only have got one developer, but this mega development, JV 50/50 by CDL and CapitaLand, they are both reputable, probably the best developer in Singapore. Mall operator, yes, just now all of you agree with me, CapitaMall. Okay, these are this is what residents want. Okay, people who love CapitaMall will love it when Canninghill Square is ready. Wide choice of F&B, not only from Canninghill Square, you also have got Clarke Quay, right? Brand new luxurious integrated project along Singapore River, right? 5 key consideration why people will continue to buy Canninghill Piers, because it's really iconic. Okay, it holds your value long term.